If you want the fastest path to unlock Singularity in BO7, this is the guide you need. Because most players are not slow because the grind is impossible, they're slow because the route is terrible. They waste time on the wrong weapons, the wrong lobbies, the wrong challenge order, and the wrong pace. So in this video, I'm going to break down the smartest way to approach the Singularity grind, how to save yourself hours, and what I would personally do if I wanted to get this done as fast as possible. And if you don't even want to grind it yourself, or you just want a shortcut, I'll also mention a faster option later in the video for players who want their BO7 account ready to go without wasting all day in matches. Let's keep it simple. This is the fastest way to unlock Singularity in BO7. Alright, so before we jump into the route, let me make one thing clear. This video is for two types of players. The first type is the player who wants to grind Singularity the smart way and get it done as fast as possible. And the second type is the player who likes the camo, wants the flex, wants the account looking stacked, but does not want to spend endless hours doing every annoying step manually. So whether you're here for the fastest grind method or you're just checking if it's even worth doing yourself, this video is going to help. I'm going to show you how the grind works, where players lose the most time, how to move through the challenges more efficiently, and at the end, I'll tell you the easiest option if you want Singularity without doing the full grind yourself. That way, no matter what kind of BO7 player you are, you'll know exactly what your best move is. Now let's start with the biggest mistake almost everybody makes. The biggest mistake in the Singularity grind is that people think more playtime automatically means more progress. That is not true. If your route is inefficient, you can spend hours in BO7 and still feel like you barely moved. The players who unlock Mastery Camos fast are not always the best players mechanically. They're usually the players who understand challenge order, weapon rotation, and when to switch from aggressive gameplay to survival gameplay. That's what speeds the grind up. You don't need to play like a content creator dropping insane clips every match. You need structure. You need to know when to farm volume. You need to know when to finish awkward weapon progress, and you need to know when a match is helping you or wasting your time. That mindset shift alone makes a massive difference, because Singularity is not just a camo grind, it's a time management grind. So let's talk about the actual route. If your final goal is Singularity, you should stop thinking one weapon at a time and start thinking about the entire progression ladder. That's where most players get stuck. They overfocus on one favorite gun, ignore the annoying categories, and then later, the whole grind becomes a nightmare. The smarter approach is to move through the progression in a controlled order. You clear your basic progress first, then your weapon-specific progress, then you start moving through the higher mastery requirements. And the whole point is to keep the account moving forward as a system, not just one gun at a time. That means every weapon should have a purpose, every session should have a purpose, and every match should help a current objective. If your kills are not helping a challenge, helping a streak requirement, or helping a weapon get finished, then that match is already becoming less efficient. That is why some people feel like Singularity takes forever, while other players move through it way faster. Same game, different routing, huge difference. Before you even start grinding, do your setup properly. This is one of the easiest ways to save hours. First, decide your weapon order before you queue. Do not freestyle the entire grind. Start with your strongest, most comfortable weapons. Why? Because early momentum matters. You want clean progress first, you want confidence first, you want your session to start fast. Second, build loadouts for challenges, not just loadouts for fun. If a weapon needs cleaner aim, build for control. If a weapon needs faster pressure, build for mobility. If a weapon feels awkward, simplify it as much as possible. Third, track your progress outside the game if you need to. Use your notes app, a checklist, or a simple text file. Because once you start cycling through a lot of weapons, it becomes very easy to forget what's close, what's annoying, and what still needs cleanup. And fourth, be honest with yourself. If a weapon is slowing you down badly, don't let pride turn one bad gun into 2 wasted hours. Get meaningful progress, then rotate. The goal is Singularity, not proving that every single match has to be played the hard way. Now let's get into the part of the grind where you either build speed or throw the whole day away. The early stages are all about volume. This is not the time to overthink every single life. You want repeatable progress, fast kills, clean engagements, and easy momentum. The biggest mistake players make here is chasing bad fights and wasting energy on flashy gameplay that doesn't help the challenge. You do not need highlight reel kills, you need efficient kills. If a route is bad, leave it. If a map is giving you nothing, adapt. If your loadout feels off, change it immediately. The best camo grinders are constantly asking one question: is what I'm doing right now actually helping the challenge? If the answer is no, fix it fast. And this is also the stage where you should be abusing any easier playlists, faster flowing lobbies, or better challenge conditions while they're available. A lot of players act like smart grinding is cheesy. It's not, it's efficient. If the game gives you a chance to farm cleaner progress, take it. That's how you save time. This is where a lot of players mentally collapse in the camo grind. The annoying weapons, the awkward challenges, the matches where progress feels slow. This is the point where you need discipline. Do not treat every challenge the same way. Some challenges need aggressive pressure, some need patience, some need objective-focused gameplay, and some are just annoying enough that they should be isolated into their own short session instead of ruining your whole mood. That's the key. Contain the frustration. Do not let one irritating challenge hijack your whole grind day. If a weapon feels terrible, do enough progress to move it forward, then go back to an easier category and rebuild momentum. That balance matters a lot, because progress is not just mechanical, it's psychological too. And the faster you can recover from those annoying parts, the more likely you are to actually stay on pace for Singularity. Now we get to the real separator, the mastery section. This is where bad pacing gets exposed immediately, because once you're dealing with mastery style progress, you cannot keep playing every life like it means nothing. Some parts of the grind reward aggression, some reward survival, and if you don't know when to switch between those two, you will lose a ridiculous amount of time. If you're working on progress that depends on staying alive, stop ego challenging everything. Take the easier fight, play better positions, reset when needed, protect your streaks. Then, when it's time to play faster and stack higher pressure moments, shift your tempo. That is the biggest mastery grind secret. Your pace has to match the requirement. A lot of players fail here because they use one playstyle for every challenge. That's why the grind feels harder than it should. The efficient player changes style based on the goal. Aggressive when needed, disciplined when needed, and always aware of whether the current lobby is actually useful. And another huge time saver: when a weapon is close to done, finish it. Do not leave nearly completed weapons sitting around forever. Partial progress feels good. Completed weapons move you towards Singularity. If I had one full day and I wanted to move towards Singularity as fast as possible, this is the structure I would use. First session, my strongest weapons first. I want easy momentum, I want quick progress, I want the day to start with confidence. Second session, I stay on efficient categories while my focus is still high. I'm stacking consistent progress, not wasting energy on frustrating cleanup yet. Third session, I isolate the awkward stuff. Not for too long, just enough to move it forward. Then I leave before it drains the session. Fourth session, I go back and clean up anything close to being finished, because finishing weapons is one of the fastest ways to make visible progress. Fifth session, I start playing more intentionally for the higher value mastery progress. At that point my decisions matter more. I'm not just farming kills, I'm managing risk. And in the late part of the grind day, I stop pretending I have perfect focus. That's where a lot of players ruin their efficiency. When your energy drops, play smarter. Either finish easy cleanup or play for the safest meaningful progress available. That's how you keep the day productive all the way through. Now, real talk. Not everyone watching this actually wants to do the full grind themselves. Some players just want Singularity on the account and they want to skip the hassle. And honestly, that makes sense. If you don't have the time, don't want to deal with the frustrating weapon categories, or you just want a faster way to start enjoying BO7 with a stacked profile, there are basically two smart options. Option 1. Get a BO7 Singularity Camo boost where the grind gets handled for you. Option 2. Get a BO7 account that's already ready to play fast, so you can jump straight into the game without spending all those hours building it up yourself. If that sounds more like your style, check the first link in the description. That's where I've got the BO7 Singularity Camo Boost service and BO7 ready to play accounts. So if you want the camo without the grind, or you just want the fast track option, that's there for you. And just to be clear, there is no shame in taking the faster route. A lot of BO7 players are not avoiding the grind because they're lazy. They're avoiding it because they value their time. Some people have school, some people have work, some people just want to get on the game, use the camo, enjoy the account and move on. That's why boost services and ready-to-play accounts make sense for a lot of players. Instead of spending hours on every awkward step, you go straight to the result you actually wanted. So if you're the kind of player who enjoys the grind, this guide is for you. And if you're the kind of player who just wants the finished result as fast as possible, the website option is there too. Either way, the goal is the same: get you into BO7 with Singularity as quickly as possible. Before I wrap this up, here are the biggest mistakes that make the Singularity grind way slower than it needs to be. Number 1. Using one playstyle for every challenge. Number 2. Staying on bad weapons for too long and letting them destroy your momentum. Number 3. Not finishing weapons that are already close. Number 4. Wasting good lobbies on the wrong challenge. Number 5. Going into the grind with no route at all. And number 6. Ignoring the fact that sometimes the fastest move is simply not doing the grind yourself. That last one matters more than people think, because if your goal is the result, not the process, then sometimes the real shortcut is choosing the smarter option. So yeah, if your goal is to unlock Singularity in BO7 as fast as possible, the answer is simple: play with a root. Play with intention, know when to be aggressive, know when to slow down, and stop wasting matches on progress that doesn't move the account forward. If you want to grind it yourself, now you've got the structure to do it smarter. And if you'd rather skip the long grinds completely, check the first link in the description for the BO7 Singularity Camo boost and BO7 ready-to-play accounts. That's the fastest shortcut if you just want the end result without all the wasted hours. If this video helped you, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you're grinding Singularity yourself or if you'd rather just fast-track the process. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.